What's up, FTCs? We're going to start another little segment called Prediction Bingo for all the PLEs coming up.
And what that means for the FTCs is we will be creating new bingo cards for every PLE so you guys can play too.
BINGO. Let's go. What up, FTCs? We back with another Smackdown episode, February 7th, 2025.
Jey Uso and Cody Rhodes start the show off discussing the possibilities at WrestleMania.
And Jey Uso lays it down. He's like, I could face you at WrestleMania, or at WrestleMania, I could stand next to you as the new world champion, pretty much saying that he could choose Gunther. So, in reality, though, like, me and you together, we probably already know Jay's going to pick Gunther, and then whoever wins the Elimination Chamber will probably face Cody, right?
Probably. Cody basically responded that if Jey chooses him, like, it's war. Like, they're not going to be friends.
And he also said at Mania, if it's him and Jey, that, like, he doesn't just have to go and be in the main event of WrestleMania for his title. Like, he just has to win, period. You know? Like, there ain't no beating him. But then as, you know, that's getting settled out, Jacob Fatu comes out with Tama Tonga. And, I mean, I just want to say, Jacob Fatu's slowly getting better and better on the mic every week. Like,
Jacob Fatu's a natural, bro.
He just got it, bro. And then, like, you know, he lays it down that, like, you know, like, you took that title from my family, you know, so my family's going to take it back.
And it's not going to be Jey Uso to do it, you know?
And then Jey Uso kicks the piss out of Tama Tonga.
He didn't even do nothing. He was just standing there.
And then they, like, you know, like, then they pretty much jump Jacob Fatu. And then that leads us into pretty much our main event. You know what I mean? Like, that's how we got into it.
Bianca Belair defeats Piper Niven to qualify for the Women's Elimination Chamber.
I ain't even gonna lie, I was kind of hoping Piper Niven would have won this one. Because I was like, you know, like, if she's in the Women's Elimination Chamber, then we get to see Chelsea Green out there and everything, you know? So, I thought Piper Niven was going to win, but obviously Bianca Belair is going to win.
Yeah, you can't not have Bianca Belair involved. That's just the way it goes.
But she did hit her with the KOD.
Pretty impressive. You know, not knocking on Bianca, it's just predictable. That's all.
Yeah. Oh, your favorite. Next up, we got Pretty Deadly versus DIY in a non-title match. And if Pretty Deadly were to beat DIY, then they got a title match next week on Smackdown. And guess what? They beat them.
Yeah. For a shot at the NXT tag team titles.
As he called them. It's like, you said you were going after the NXT titles, so go after
those. Go to NXT, Pretty Deadly.
Like,
we won't miss you that bad.
We wanted the Street Profits.
Drew McIntyre comes out to talk about moving to SmackDown and his intentions on the brand.
Which is weird because, guys, I know y'all remember because we've been doing the podcast long enough for this one. He just got kicked off of SmackDown like 4 months ago. They're like, get out of here, you crybaby. And now he's back like, oh, I'm going to be the 100% Drew McIntyre. Like,
Raw was a toxic workplace.
Like, I'm glad you got it figured out.
Jimmy Uso comes out and is like, you sound like my ex-girlfriend, like complaining and crying the way you do, you know?
And then LA Knight comes out and roasts them both and was like, y'all gonna just get this ass whooping, get the 1, 2, 3, and oh wait, I forgot to say my stuff. LA Knight, yeah.
Made for a pretty cool qualifying match on SmackDown. As far as SmackDowns go, man, this one was like leagues above the previous episode.
Yeah, for sure. Like, this one had a lot of storytelling going in it. So, like, we get the match, Drew McIntyre, LA Knight versus Jimmy Uso, Elimination Chamber qualifying triple threat match. And Drew McIntyre came up with the win, but, like, I mean, I think that's kind of obvious right now. You know what I mean? Like, he needs to be in the bigger picture anyway.
And he is a main event guy. He's got the talent. He can carry a storyline to WrestleMania if it comes down to that. Carmelo Hayes defeats Akira Tozawa. a little rematch from what happened at the Royal Rumble.
And that's about all there is to say about that. There's like 6 moves done this whole match.
And everybody knew Carmelo Hayes was just going to bully him.
He was like, I ain't facing nobody from Raw. And then he seen it was him, and he was like, I'll face him right now. I was like, you bully. But yeah, Tozawa lost. That's how it worked. Tiffany Stratton, though, he confronts Charlotte Flair because Charlotte Flair's talking about how, like she could pick Tiffy, she could pick Rhea, she could pick the NXT Women's Champion, and so Tiffany's telling her pretty much that like she needs her to pick her so that she can prove everybody wrong that she's not a Charlotte wannabe, she's the first ever Tiffany Stratton.
Yeah, say what you want, but Charlotte cooked on this mic segment, and if Tiffany can't hit back a little harder than that, then it ain't looking good for her going into WrestleMania. Alexa Bliss debuts on Smackdown to defeat Candice LeRae and qualify for the Women's Elimination Chamber.
Which I didn't think Candice LeRae was going to go anyway, because that just doesn't make any sense to me.
Yeah. And Alexa Bliss over Candice LeRae is a no-brainer.
So she hits her with a Sister Abigail to win the match as well, so that's like, remembrance to Bray Wyatt and everything. That's pretty cool.
Her moveset's pretty cool. Like, I like she's using some of Bray's moves. She's putting, like, her own little spin on some things, and I forgot how small she was, bro. She's tiny.
Yeah, she is really small. Like, she might be smaller than Liv, to be honest.
I know 100% she is.
Then in the main event, we get Cody Rhodes and Jey Uso versus Jacob Fatu and Tama Tonga. And surprisingly, this one didn't end in DQ.
Yeah, you would think so, wouldn't you?
But Cody and Jay got the win after, it was a pretty good match. I ain't even gonna lie. Like, they went back and forth, and, Jacob Fatu went off, Jay went off, Cody went off, Tama Tonga got beat up, and then, at the end, they hit, they get Jacob Fatu and Tama Tonga down. They win, and then none other than the former wannabe Tribal Chief, Solo Sikoa, returns. But I don't think he on that no more because he didn't hold up his ones or nothing. So what do you think's next for Solo, Devin?
I don't even know. He definitely wants the title still. Like, he still got beef with Cody, right? So I think it's the same stuff, different day.
Yeah.
The match was what you expected it to be. It's predictable stuff because these guys have been competing with one another for like the past 3-4 years.
Yeah, that is true. What's next for Jimmy Uso?
Who do you guys see qualifying for the Elimination Chamber?
And Solo and Cody, what happens next with that?
You just have to catch us in the next episode to find out.